I just realized my microphone is like all the way over there. That's okay. I'll figure it out. Hey friends, I'm Josh, and welcome back to another Scream 5 update. Before I get to business, I have a few things to celebrate. So let me grab my drink. Delish. If you haven't already checked out my Scream fan film called Screamish, yes, Screamish, check it out here on my channel. It's 10 minutes long. It's a short, fun little watch intended to make you laugh and scare you just a little bit. It's a new take on the Scream fan film, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Let me know in the comments below what you thought. So cheers to that, because it was a lot of work. Next up, we got my book, True Crime Nursery Rhymes. This is the limited edition Halloween cover of my book featuring the 5 killers that are featured inside of the book. I twisted 5 iconic true crime stories into fun little nursery rhymes intended for adults. It's not for children. John Wayne Gacy, Jeffrey Dahmer, Ed Gein, Ted Bundy, and the Zodiac all have their fun little stories inside. It is very brightly illustrated. There's even little games, mazes, and recipes. You can even cut out your own Ted Bundy doll and dress him up for his execution. Like, what more could a true crime lover want? It's available on my website, truecrimenurseryrhymes.com. All right, and now let's get to the Scream 5 news. The stuff I'm going to talk about today, I feel like has a lot of validity behind it and could potentially be very truthful. Nothing spoilerish, no leaks, but things that I feel just make a lot of sense. So first up, Halloween has come and gone. I thought we were going to get some sort of little Scream surprise, whether it was a little teaser, maybe a look at the 3 legacy characters together on set, or even just a picture of Ghostface on the new Scream 5 set. I wanted something, and we got absolutely nothing, as you know. But I'm hopeful that maybe in December, for the anniversary of the very first Scream film's release, we'll get a little teaser. Filming ends at the end of November for Scream 5, so that should give them enough time to just whip together a quick 15-second little clip. They could already be working on it. They could have already shot all the footage that they need to give us that quick little sneak peek. If not in December, potentially in January, because 1 year later, we'll get the real Scream 5. So maybe as a Scream 5 pre-anniversary gift. I don't even know if that exists, but we're waiting for something. Moving on to Roger L. Jackson, the voice of Ghostface. People have been saying they don't know if he's going to be back. In an interview that he was doing just the other week, he was asked about whether he'd be reprising the role of the Ghostface voice. And he said something along the lines of, if you hear anything, let me know, because I haven't heard anything, which I just don't believe. Remember when Neve Campbell was saying that, and we came to find out she was actually signed on for Scream 5 for quite some time, and it was a surprise. We don't want you to come out and be like, oh, Neve Campbell's going to be back. She should be saved for last. Best for last. She is Sidney Prescott. And Roger L. Jackson is Ghostface. There's nobody that could replace the voice of Ghostface, no matter how hard you want to try. I think he'll be back. If anything, he can record his voiceovers at home or in a studio. Maybe they just don't want another body on set because of COVID-19. So I'm thinking they're just holding off on letting us know. However, if he is not back, I feel like it's for a good reason. There will be a reason. It will all make sense. I think with Scream 5, we are going to get a reinvention of the slasher film, just like the original Scream reinvented the slasher film. Scream 4 attempted to do that, and it didn't work. It just didn't work. Otherwise, we would have got Scream 5 and 6 a long time ago. So I think for those 3 legacy characters to sign on and for everyone to be so tight-lipped about this, it's because it's going to blow our minds, and it's going to exceed all of our expectations. At least I'm remaining hopeful, and I hope you guys are too. So far, we know that it is just called Scream. David Arquette confirmed this in an interview. There may be some sort of tagline or something they might add onto it, like, I don't know, Screamers, Screamy, or Screamish, but that's my fan film, so you can't have that unless you want to pay for it. Or, if I can be in Scream 6, you can have the title Screamish, so I'll have my people call your people. But I'm down with the title Scream. Reinventing this franchise, I'm here for it. Maybe they'll take the route of the Halloween Kills, Halloween Ends thing, whatever it is. Scream, I think, is a very smart decision. So, over the weeks leading up to Halloween, I could not stop watching all the Scream movies while making my Scream fan film, while looking at all of these videos on YouTube of Scream 5 theories. I went down the comment section rabbit hole, and I saw a lot of really fun theories coming out, and one that really stood out to me that I feel could be truthful is that Selena Gomez, Jenna Ortega, and Melissa Barrera are playing three sisters. They're all of Latino descent, and wouldn't that make sense if they were all playing three sisters? Selena Gomez and Jenna Ortega are going to be the opening kill. However, Jenna Ortega maybe, hopefully, I would think, survives. That would be the first time we've had a survivor in the opening kill sequence of any of the Scream films. That would just start it off very different from all the other films that we've seen. Maybe there's that typical moment when you think she's dead, she reaches and takes off Ghostface's mask, we find out later she's alive, and she knows who Ghostface is. I think that would be really dope. Or maybe she ends up being Ghostface and killed her sister, and then she's just pretending for the rest of the film that she doesn't know who Ghostface is. That would actually be an ingenious way of hiding, although similar to what Jill Roberts did in Scream 4. But regardless, I think Selena Gomez in the film as the opening kill would be amazing. I know we've all been talking about this for a year, and then the last few months while they've been filming, and there has to be some truth to it. If there isn't, I'm going to be disappointed. Lastly, I want to talk about the three legacy characters, mostly the actors playing those characters, and their filming schedules, which I find very interesting. David Arquette has been filming right from the beginning up until, I think, 2 weeks ago, and apparently he's done filming because he's back home and he's been doing interviews from his home. So whatever he had to film, he is done filming. When David Arquette finished filming, that's when Neve Campbell and Courtney Cox began filming. So does Dewey die, and that's why Gail and Sydney come back to Woodsboro for his funeral? Is Dewey the opening kill? I don't think he's the opening kill because he was there for a very long time filming. So why else would he be there filming for so long? So I don't think he's the opening kill, but I do think that Dewey may die at some point in this film, and that's what brings Gail and Sydney back to Woodsboro. I've been hearing from my sources, which I cannot reveal, that the ending of this film is going to be unlike anything we've ever seen in the Scream franchise. We usually get some sort of conclusion, or something that we think is a conclusion. It could lead to another sequel, or it doesn't have to. There's always an end. There's a button on it, a conclusion. How many times can I say conclusion? But with this one, we're going to get something very different. Something that's going to shock us, something that's going to surprise us, and something that I think will lead into Scream 6. That was intended. Scream 4 was supposed to lead into Scream 5, and we never got that because the Weinsteins got involved, as they always do. And, with every Scream film, they pretty much messed up what was originally intended. So I'm thinking Dewey dies at some point. He's throughout most of the film because he was there filming the longest so far with the entire new cast. Gail and Sydney come back in town. Maybe this is in the third act, going into that final big fight sequence with Ghostface. That's when they reappear. That's when Sydney and Gail come back to Woodsboro to help solve Dewey's murder, as well as help all of these new characters survive Ghostface's big old killing spree. And something is revealed. Something comes out that is going to leave us with a cliffhanger. There will be, I want to say, no conclusion at the end of Scream 5. I'm thinking that there's going to be a cliffhanger that keeps us coming back for more. So that's all I got for you guys today. Let me know your thoughts below. Feel free to comment. Let me know your theories. Let's get this conversation going because we haven't had a whole lot of Scream 5 news, and I love talking to you all and hearing all about your theories. Make sure to tick that bell button so you know when I post something new. Like, subscribe, share with your friends. I could write a song. I'm like a mom. I'm like a freaking soccer mom over here. Again, if you haven't, check out my fan film, Screamish. Until I get more Scream 5 news for you guys, I'll see you next time, and I'll be back.